Well, you might have to think out of the box for this show.
Our Marco Lamano visited the Northport Alliance Marching Band and shares their sounds in this week's Friday Football Fever Band of the Week.
Before Hurricane Ian hit, it was Florida weather screwing up the Alliance Marching Band practices. We were stuck inside when I first visited in September, but we finally had a full day outside when I returned in October. I conducted these interviews before Ian, so going into this season, band captain Hannah Borntrekker told me,
"This year would be my second normal year."
Well, it's not hard to find some of the damage Hurricane Ian brought to Northport High. Since they've been back, though, they've expanded practices from 3 to 8 in the evening, and Sophia Singh gets to conduct this band as a junior.
How did you manage that? What seniors did you disappoint?
Hannah, actually, unfortunately. We really wanted to be co's together, but we really just wanted to help each other out and have at least one of us make it.
Well, one of them did. And Hannah is band captain anyway, so they do work together for a show called Pandora's Lament.
We have Pandora, which is our guard soloist. She's just really curious at the beginning.
And her curiosity got the better of her, and she opened the box.
The guard comes out of the box and basically is the evil of the show. They spread the evil around the band.
And how can you not be scared by this horrific, ghastly sight? Okay, just kidding, but how can you not be scared by the flags that the color guard is holding? Happy belated Halloween. It's almost fitting that the show deals with breaking out of a box, since Hannah broke out of her own through the program.
I came in my freshman year really shy, didn't really know what to do, and everybody just really brought me out of my shell. And that definitely helped me with my confidence.
I love just walking to the band room and then, knowing that my friends are there, knowing that I can just be myself and I can just be passionate about something, and just being with a group of people that have the same goal in mind is just something truly transformative.
Reporting from Northport with your Band of the Week, Marco Lamano, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.
Lemon Bay High Marching Mantas lost 3 weeks of practice due to Hurricane Ian. It came a year after the band earned the highest score of Superior in their annual assessment at Manatee High School, their first time since 2016. So expectations were high for this year's assessment. How did they recover, having lost 6 practices? Well, I was with the Lemon Bay Band that day before, during, and after their performance and shared their story and if they achieved the highest marks again.
I am a senior. It has been awesome leading the ensemble from COVID to the hurricane. It has been an absolute blast. The past couple years, I've had some mental health problems and things like that, just trying to make it through, and one of the big things that kept me going was music.
I've been in this band program for 4 years. I've been band captain twice. I grew up in a really broken household. I had to get pulled away from my family at a very young age. I grew to love everybody in this program. I mean, they basically became my family. Leaving it is definitely going to be hard. After the hurricane, I wasn't allowed to play for like 3 weeks because I was so busy cleaning up my house and everything. And when we came back, we weren't sure if we were even going to go for a rating. We were just going to go for comments only.
I love you times forever.
Last year, that was the first time Lemon Bay had made superiors at FBA, MPA in a long, long time. So I feel like there were some expectations this year.
Pressure compared from last year to this year is a lot higher, considering that we've gotten that rating, so the goal is to keep that rating.
They've never seen it, so they don't know what it's supposed to be. You have to sell it as to what you want.
I would love to get a superior. I feel like we have a really good shot this year. I feel like the music is very fun and in your face.
Uptown Funk, start a little bit of that.
Good luck, Mantas. Last time, best time. From Pixie. To Scoot, I love you so much. I hope this year is your best. Keep up the good work. Love, Bayoshi. Let's go, Mantas! Drum major, Corey Cooler. Is your band ready to perform? 11th Day High School Marching Mantas, you may begin your show.
I gotta be careful with what I say now because my
I love Lemon Bay.
Next is Sarasota High School. For visual performance, Superior. For general effect, Superior. For music, Superior. For music, Superior. For auxiliary, Superior. And for percussion, Superior. For an overall rating of Superior. Lemon Bay High School. For visual performance, Superior. General effect, excellent. Music, excellent. Music, excellent. Auxiliary, Superior. Percussion, Superior, for an overall rating of excellent.
I zoned out. What did we get?
excellent.
What?
Excellent. No matter what we got, I'm still really proud of you guys. You guys were like really good tonight. I think that was our best performance.
You were really excellent tonight.
We were really excellent tonight, but honestly, I feel like this was probably the best band that I've been in for all 4 years, and I don't care what we got. We still did really good. You know, it would have been great to get a Superior, but having everything that happened, Hurricane Ian, you know, we have so many freshmen this year that have never done this before.
3 weeks of our season taken.
Yeah.
So you know,
friends we made along the way.
And what we did was incredible, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you.
I absolutely love my band with all my heart. I really want the incoming freshmen and this year's freshmen to realize that they have a home. Having that family mentality and that like you are not by yourself is a very awesome thing for this program, and I hope that the incoming freshmen realize that.
Switching gears now again, their names, the Indians, the Marching Indians.
And their halftime is no secret. SNN's Marco Lamano shares the Venice Marching Band in your Friday Football Fever Band of the Week.
If you want to know what makes the Venice High Marching Indians exciting, co-drum major Cole Duncan can tell you.
It's just an awesome experience to be able to go out there on the football field, like the lights coming on you, and to play that show out there.
And contrary to popular belief, the time commitment isn't terrible.
Mondays and Wednesdays are not marching band days, so you have time to do your homework and get it done.
But if you want to know how much the program truly touches a student, you might have to go to a senior, like co-drum major Faith Henry. She's been through it all, her freshman year in 2019, the socially distanced COVID performances in 2020, a return to normalcy in 2021, and now her final year, and the realization that the marching band years are marching away.
How was it for your first show, if that makes sense?
It's very emotional. I did not expect to cry, but I totally did. I'd be lying if I say I didn't. It's okay. I mean, it was happy tears, kind of sad tears, but it's okay. I'm very grateful and blessed to be where I am now.
I can only imagine you're doing it because it's meant something to you.
It means everything to me.
This final year for Faith is year 3 for band director David Wing.
Do you feel better about that? That was a lot better.
And you may have caught the James Bond theme there, part of their spy-themed Your Mission, Should You Choose to Accept It, halftime show, where you can hear Secret, Agent Man, or the sounds of Skyfall. Which initially seemed like a weird inclusion to Faith.
I did not think I'd like it. I did not think it went with the show at all, but I love it. That's my absolute favorite movement.
You didn't think Adele was gonna fit?
No.
Skyfall. But have you ever watched Skyfall though? Okay, that's why.
Since returning from a limited 2020 football season, they scored nearly straight superiors, the highest score possible in their annual marching assessment, and straight superiors for their wind ensemble and jazz band. So what's the expectation this year?
We're gonna get straight superiors. I feel it coming. I feel it in the air. Straight superior season. I'm really excited.
And if mistakes are made?
Most people don't really know if we make a mistake because we get good at it, and then we're like, okay, we got to get back on time, and we got to get it right.
So don't make a mistake and then throw your horn on the ground. Drop to your knees and shout to the heavens.
No, don't do that.
Reporting from Venice with your Band of the Week, Marco Lamano, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.
Well, the Mighty Sailor Band ditches the drunken sailor stereotype with a highbrow kind of halftime show.
Gotta love Marco's tosses to these things. Gotta love them. All right, well, Marco Lamano is going to share the sounds of Sarasota's Highs marching band in this week's Friday Football Fever Band of the Week.
When you listen to the Mighty Sailor Band's halftime in 2022, they're quite the classy group of sailors. A sailor symphony, as band director Chris Leeper told me, from Beethoven to Stravinsky. But sometimes to get that delicate sound, you have to swim through some nasty currents. As drum major Addison Sherrard told me,
This band is really used to adversity here.
let's put aside the obvious adversity with the band losing around half a dozen practices due to Hurricane Ian, and let's go back a year. Addison and wind captain Stephen Dean told me one of their props in their 2021 show was this big bridge, and at a competition at a different school, it was one of their first times using it because Sarasota High's new turf made the bridge impossible to pull onto their own field. And their marching shoes are very smooth on the bottom.
So walking on really smooth wood, everybody just down the bridge.
Easy. I never really had that issue, but I did remember looking back at the video and I was like, is that Addison sliding down the ramp? I'm like, she's not moving, is she?
Now, despite turf and bridge issues, they ranked best music in their class at the state championship.
We have extreme loyalty to our craft.
With an unusually small band last year and a host of new faces this year, Leeper made the marching aspect mandatory instead of voluntary. This is to get more kids involved and get them hooked into what being a mighty sailor is all about.
There's always somebody new that's coming in next year, whether they're a freshman, a sophomore, because some people don't even know about band coming in. They'll come in their sophomore year and we're like, hey, you should have been here freshman year, you know?
Once they have their first season and they have that first competition or that first football game, they tend to immediately fall in love with marching band, and all of those worries and insecurities just kind of fall away over time.
Reporting from Sarasota with your Band of the Week, Marco Lamano, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.
Band of the Week ends today. The marching band kids with whom I spoke at Lakewood Ranch High says 2020 savaged them and 2021 humbled them. So did success culminate their 2022 marching season? I share the sounds and season of the Lakewood Ranch Mustang Marching Band in the final edition of this season's Friday Football Fever Band of the Week.
The Lakewood Ranch Mustang Marching Band is known for competing in state championships, but the program was also known for being a lot bigger. Co-drum major Jonathan Torres.
COVID really destroyed our band, and we're still trying to build it up to where it used to be, so we're getting there.
From 145 kids when these seniors started high school to 85 now. according to guard co-captain Jasmine Burden.
When COVID hit, we dropped significant numbers because we weren't able to advertise to the middle schools.
They're also coming off a relatively disappointing state championship performance in 2021. It was a beautiful show. But they placed 7th in the semifinals, and they needed to place top 5 to compete in the finals.
The seniors that were in my freshman year class, everyone was really, really dedicated to winning because we hadn't gone to finals in a couple years. When my junior year show came along, we already felt like we had it in the pocket, and it really humbled us.
Color guard co-captain Amy Cook says that kind of thing is actually a motivator for kids coming into this program.
Being sad that you didn't make finals, the drive to get it next year.
And for a competitive band such as the Mustangs, state championships are what they're always riding toward.
It's pretty exciting, especially like all the competitions are, but states is just like another level for us. I feel like it brings the whole band together more. So when we get our score, then we're all excited how hard we work together.
That brings us to this year's show.
The show's called Dark Waters, and it follows the story of Poseidon who loses his Triton and like his power over the sea.
We're almost like Poseidon's soldiers trying to get the Triton back.
A show they did take to the state championship and ultimately placed 4th in their class. And if pouring rain hadn't canceled the finals, they'd have performed again for the opportunity to bring home the state title. It's the thrill of performance and achievement that sucked Jasmine into the band in the first place.
It all started literally right over there at the front of the school. Someone was twirling a flag and they were like, "Here, try it, try throwing it." And that was what got me hooked for the next 4 years.
Followed by the camaraderie that kept her there.
The summer before my freshman year, we started band camp, so I got to know a lot of people, and I would get to see them in the halls, and I would be like, "Oh my gosh, I know them," and I felt so much safer. This program has really done a lot for me. I've made so many friendships that are going to last me so long. Everything about marching band and Winter Guard, I really love this program.
Same.
Reporting from Lakewood Ranch with your final Band of the Week of the 2022 season, Mark Lamano, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.